Hello, everybody. It's Mindy. And you know what? It's that time of the week. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, I got things to talk about. Is that unusual? No, not really, but I've got things to talk about. Okay, first of all, let me get out a color here. Let's see. What do I want? Let's see. Let's do this. We're into the green zone again here. Greens. I know, right? So this is, I'm working on my second row across here, not going real fast. It's okay. It's just fine. I work on it every night a little bit every night. Not a lot because I normally have to work on it when I come in from, after dinner, chickens, ducks, all that stuff. So I get done what I can get done. I'm a very busy person, obviously. I tell you guys that all the time. Who knew? Who knew that in retirement, a person would be this busy? I thought I would have more time to just, sit around and eat bonbons. There are certain people who think that's what I do. It's just, sit around and eat bonbons. But no, I am busy, busy, busy all the time. Like today, for example, it's just been went here, went there, went here, went there. Yeah. Anyhow, so I hope everybody's week is going well. I hope that you're feeling relaxed and accomplished and, all of those good things. So, Chuck Along is cruising along. This is week 3. Week 3. Can you believe it is week 3? I know. It's hard to believe that time flies that fast. It really is hard to believe, but it does. It just cruises on by sometimes. I've seen some beautiful pictures. I've seen a lot of progress photos. I try to go in to the Facebook and just look around sometimes when I have a free minute here or there. I just like to look and see, how people's paintings are coming along. They're beautiful. So keep posting. Make sure you post your progress in the designated post in Diamond Moments and Krafts Facebook page. Okay. I think Maritza's working on doing some of the spreadsheets, which is a lot of work. And yeah. So keep posting your photos, one a week until you get to the last week. And then if you have a finish, you can post your finish in the last week as well. Now, I know I'm not going to have a finish, but I know some of you will. I've seen some people that are very close to being finished now. It looks like you are well on your way to being finished, for sure. So, anyhow, that's all I have to say about the Chuck Along right now. I hope you enjoyed seeing Chuck when he came on live and talk about paintings and show some paintings and talk about his thought processes, his inspirations, and all of that stuff. It's always amazing. It's just amazing to have that much talent. Really, to have that much talent. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This last Sunday, there was a vote, the Diamond Art Club art vote. And in case you missed them, there were 3. There were 3 Chuck Pinson paintings in there. 2 were some older paintings that I'm familiar with, and 1 was a newer painting. And I don't think I've seen the newer one before. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I've seen it. I don't know. Hard to remember all of them, but yeah, some really pretty things there. The voting is always fun to me, especially when I find things in the vote that I really like. I only vote for things that, well, most of the time it's things that I would buy. Okay. I don't typically vote for things that I wouldn't buy myself. Now, I do vote for some things that I'm like, I really like that one. I don't know if I would buy it, but I really like it. It's a real possibility. So I do vote for a few things like that. But they did have some nice stuff in this vote that are more my cup of tea, I will say. Not everything is my cup of tea. And, even though I love my landscapes, that does not mean that's the only type of artwork that I like. There are a lot of other things I like as well, besides just landscapes. But there's that. Voting is always fun. I will just say it's always fun and interesting, and so I like doing the votes. Anyhow, I just wanted to say that there were some chucks in there for sure. And I'm still sitting here waiting. My knees are creaking more. My hair's getting grayer as I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for a new Chuck Pinson painting. Come on, Time in Art Club. Where are they? We've been voting on them for a while now. Where are they? Come on. Anyhow, so they'll get here. I know they'll get here. There's plenty of his artwork out there to produce. I was talking about the series of Faith Runs Deep, Hope, and Love Runs Deep. There's 3 different ones. I'm waiting for some of the others. There's one of them is really, really pretty. I really, really like it. I really would like to see one of those come out. But anyhow, we wait. Come on. All right. So I'll just keep plugging away on mine, and someday it will be finished. It will probably be in October, hopefully in October sometime. I know I did not need that many drills for this color, but I got them. I got them now, don't I? So it'll get done. It will get done. Never fear. Like I said, I do work on it every day. Well, most days. There have been just a couple days that I haven't put any drills down, but I was really busy. So I try to get to it every day and do something every day. Do I get a section done every day? No. But if I get a half a section done, I'm feeling pretty good, right? Feeling pretty good. So I'll just keep plugging away. All right, Dale is walking in the door. He might make noise. Just ignore the noise. I think he's talking on the phone, so he might completely ignore us or not. Here he is. Okay, let's continue. He came in and had to tell me about his truck. He had to take his truck in to the dealership to have it worked on. So there's that. So now I know. Now I know all the details. Okay, now we can continue with this little WIP and Chat. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Always something to do. Always something to do. Yeah, I've been busy. Friday he was off helping a friend, so I got to stay home and do a little recording. Saturday we had places to go, errands to run, so we went and we got those done, and that took a good part of the day. When you start going here and there and the hardware and Walmart and all over the place, it takes up a lot of time. Anyhow, got that done, and then came home, did my live, all that good stuff. Sunday, we were watching the grandkids, so his daughter could go get her hair done, and that turned into a little more of an event than I thought it was going to. I thought we're going to watch the kids for a few hours. She's going to get her hair done. We were going to go to Meijer, all that good stuff. Well, didn't quite work that way. She got here, and we had just ordered lunch at McDonald's. And so we were just going up to eat at McDonald's. And so she went with us. She'd already had lunch, but she went with us. We had lunch and sat at McDonald's for quite a while and just chit-chatted. Then came home, and she wanted to use the shop vac, clean her car, and she had a slight oil leak. She was wondering if Dale would look at it. It was a whole day thing. It turned into a whole day thing. So, kids all over the place, riding bikes everywhere. And remember, I have got two male kittens that I'm trying to keep separate from one female kitten, right? We were supposed to see the vet on Friday, and the vet had to change the time. So it has been days and days and days. I've been playing this magical roulette kind of thing. Where are the kittens? Where's this kitten? Where's that kitten? Little Miss can't go outside. Can't let her outside at all. I keep her in. So who's on first? Who's on third? You know, all that kind of stuff. Where is everybody? It has been something. So, with the kids here, 3 kids, and I know how they are coming in and out the door. The boys were outside, and I had little Misty. I had her in the house, and she was loose, so she could, have some playtime and be out of a kennel. And so the kids, I locked the doors. I locked the doors. I locked the front door, locked the back door, because I couldn't take any chances on them, coming in the house to go to the bathroom or get a drink or whatever they needed to do, and take any chances on her getting out. So I locked the doors. And it was kind of funny when the first one of them came up to the front door and tried getting in the front door, and it was locked. And they knocked, and I'm like, no, I'm not answering that door. Not answering it. They could come to the back door if they wanted to come in and get my attention. Then I could, grab the cat, hold the cat, so they could come in. Then they came around the back door, found the back door locked. And it was actually kind of funny when they found out that they were locked out. And I heard the one go, Grandma. So I came to the door, and I explained. I said, yep, the doors are locked. I said, because we can't let this kitten get out, and I need to be able to pick her up before anybody comes in and out the door, right? Because she's very fast, she's very quick, she's very small, very sneaky. So, yeah, they were one by one discovered what had happened, that I was locking the door, and they went out and they told Dale and his daughter. They're like, Grandma's got the doors locked. And Dale's like, good. She's locking you guys out so that you don't let the kitty out. And they're like, all they have to do is knock on the door. I'll let them in, but I needed to know where the cat was before I opened up that door. So it was an interesting day. It was a whole day, let me tell you, like from 10:30 to 6:30, I think. Yeah, it was a long day. And then, oh my gosh, that was Sunday. Monday, I thought, okay, well, Monday we got to get some things done. We got to go to the grocery store because we didn't make it to the grocery store. Dale had an appointment to take his truck in and have his truck looked at. Some sensor needed to be changed or something. It was something he couldn't do. He couldn't get to it. So we had an appointment to take his truck in Monday morning, which means we can go drop it off the night before, right? You can go drop it off. Well, something else happened Monday. What else happened Monday? Oh, I know what else happened Monday. Oh, yeah, Monday. He took off with friend again because he was going to look for something that he thought he might purchase. And he did. Anyhow, they were gone for a few hours, and I reported. Then they got home. Dale played with his new toy. And then we finally went to Meijer, and it was getting later in the evening. And I'm like, okay, so now I need to know where the cats are. I just got the cats in and got them all in a kennel so that we could take off and go to Meijer, because I knew it was going to be later, darker when we got home. And there was no way I was wanting to try to find the 2 boys outside in the dark. No way. I wanted them inside. So corralled them, got them in, fed everybody, and said, okay, here, be happy for a few hours. So we went and we got some Taco Bell and went and got groceries, got home, got the groceries taken care of. And he's like, all right, I'm headed off to the dealership. And I was like, oh, dang it. I completely had forgotten that we were taking his truck and dropping it off. I was like, darn it. I was ready to just kind of hunker down, get comfortable, come in here and diamond paint, and completely forgot that we had to go take this truck. Okay, so here we go. Off again, right? Take his truck in. Oh, this is life. It's just, oh, and then there were a few things we could not find at Meijer. And so we're like, well, we'll have to check Walmart. Well, we were going to be right near Walmart dropping off his truck. So it was like, well, might as well go to Walmart right now while we're out. So we did that as well. On the way home, stopped at Walmart. And the one thing I couldn't get, Kara, if you listen, you might already know, you'll be sad, strawberry bread. My Pepperidge Farm strawberry bread is gone. None at Meijer, none at Walmart. And you know what's happened. The pumpkin spice. Oh man. Pumpkin spice is here. I don't do pumpkin spice. I don't do pumpkin spice anything. You know, I'm not even a real huge fan of pumpkin pie. But the bread of choice now is pumpkin spice. I was not happy. I'm not happy. So I had like 2 slices of my bread left, and I had it for breakfast today. It was like my summer is over. Let me eat the last of my strawberry bread and be remorseful. Is that the right word? That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm sad. I'm just sad anyhow. So yeah, I think the strawberry bread is gone for the season because it is a seasonal thing. Now, they do make French toast bread, and the French toast bread is pretty good. And I would have gotten the French toast bread at Meijer, except I was holding out. I was holding out for strawberry, hoping that Walmart would have strawberry bread, and they didn't. So I also didn't get French toast bread. I ended up with, what is the other one? It's not cinnamon raisin. There's no raisins in it, but it's brown sugar and cinnamon or something like that. It's not as good. It's definitely not as good. Not what I was looking for. But, you know, I guess there's times when you have to take what you can get. So, I'm sad about my bread. That's all I can say. Sad about the bread. But we did manage to go into Walmart and actually pick up like the 4 things that we went for and not get a bunch of other stuff. You know how that happens, right? You know how you go into the store to get a few items and you come out and you're like, what did I do? What is all of this stuff? Why do I have so much stuff? You know, it happens. It truly happens. But we did good at Walmart. We really did. We didn't get anything that we really didn't need at Walmart. So, when we were at Meijer, though, we got the kittens a bed, right? They've been sleeping on a towel in their crates. They've had a towel. Well, I've had the dog beds out, and the cats have decided they like the dog bed. So they will lay in the dog bed, right? So I'm like, okay, I think it's time that we just get the kittens like a little bed. See what they think about it. So at Meijer, I found the softest softest bed, I'll call it a bed, that I've ever felt. It felt like, well, first of all, let me tell you, it was called a slipper. So it's kind of shaped like a slipper, and you can tuck in underneath it and crawl into the back of it. So it is very much like a slipper. And oh my goodness, is it soft. If I could crawl in there and take a nap, I would. That's how soft it is. It is just lovely. Well, we got one for the cats. Now, have they crawled into it yet and slept? No, no. Have they checked it out? Yes, they've checked it out. I mean, they've sniffed it, they've pawed at it. I don't know. I think it's going to take some time before they're like, oh, okay, we can go sleep on this, right? I would sleep on it in a heartbeat. I would just go take a nap and you wouldn't see me for hours. It's so comfortable. I put my foot in it this morning. I had my foot in it and I was like making it move around on the floor down there. It was just Misty down there with me, trying to get her attention and go, oh, look, 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 and see if she would come, get the slipper. She kind of did. I mean, not really, but she's the one that has sniffed it out a little bit, like, ooh, what is this? I think once somebody actually goes in it and lays in it and gets like some good old cat scents in there, then the others will like it better. You know what I'm saying? Got to get some of their smells on it. Right now it just smells like a store or, a factory. I don't know what it smells like, but I think once they get used to it, they're going to love it. I mean, I would love it. Seriously. It's super soft. So we'll see how that goes. That was a big bird that just flew by the window. Pretty sure it was a mourning dove. We have had some hawks around here, like really close, and we don't like that at all. There it goes again the other way. It's a mourning dove. I know it is. Mourning doves are huge. Do you know that? They're really large birds. They're big. And when they fly by, sometimes it looks like, a pterodactyl going by or something. But I still have hummingbirds. I made some more hummingbird food the other day because I was out in both feeders. They were out. The hummingbirds have been hitting them like gangbusters lately. They are there. They are getting nourishment because, they got these long trip to take. But they're still here. They are currently still hanging out. So I just keep enjoying them while they're here. Had a couple the other day buzzing in and out of our covered patio. Just me. I'm like, oh, okay. Yep, that's always fun when they do that. But I know it's not going to be long and they won't be here anymore. I mean, any day I would expect to not see any. I did see one yesterday though. I haven't really been home enough today to look for one today, but I know that they're not going to be here much longer, so I like to enjoy them while I can. And that's why I made them some more food, because I know they need all the energy they can get for their big travels and all that. It has not felt like fall at all for several days. It's been mid 80s to high 80s. So it's been quite warm, very summery feeling, not fall feeling like it was a couple weeks ago, because it really was feeling very fallish here. We got, I think, the rest of this week in the 80s again, and then I think it's going to drop into the 70s, and that's probably when it's really going to start feeling like it's fall, And I mean, rightfully so. It will be late September. So, oops, I got some A's up here. Ooh, get them. I had Jackson last night for a couple of hours. Picked him up from school and had him for a few hours. We ran around, did some things, went out back, helped Dale a little bit. He wanted to make a string man. And I'm like, a what? A string man. I'm like, okay. Like out of yarn, right? So I got yarn everywhere, as you know. And he reaches for some of my hand-dyed yarn that's caked up, ready to work on. Like, I think it was my Wonderland yarn. He's like, yeah, can I just make a man out of the string? And I was like, oh yeah, but not that yarn. No, not that yarn. So I had a little tiny ball of, I swear there was an M somewhere. Am I crazy? I swear there was an M. Oh, there it is. It's right there. That's why it's right in the middle of all the yellow and the green. So I had this little tiny ball of leftover cotton yarn, and I was like, here, whatever you're going to do, you can use this. Okay. And he just sat there. So he doesn't go to the table. Why would you go to the table? You know, why would you do that? So he just sits there on the floor in front of the couch. He says, can I use some of the scissors? And I was like, yes, you can use this pair of scissors. Be careful. They're very sharp. I know, they're sharp. I'm like, yep, be careful. So he just starts cutting yarn, cutting this little ball of yarn up, cutting it up into pieces, and he's tying it. And I'm like, I have no idea what he's doing. I don't. There's my M. It didn't even come off. Look at stayed on my pen. I don't care really what he's doing. He's cutting up yarn and making little pieces. It's going everywhere. You know, whatever. I don't care. It's fine. But he was entertained with that for the longest time. The longest time. He just sat there on the floor with the scissors and the yarn, cutting and tying and playing with it. And I'm just like, have at it. I mean, if this is entertaining and keeping you this quiet, and I'm all for it. Well, you know, it didn't last, but yeah, he was really good while he was here. He really was. Because our weekend was so busy, I knew my dad was finally having a garage sale. Okay, hang on. I need a drink. He told me it was either late Tuesday or early Wednesday that he was going to have the sale. And I was like, oh, okay, you're going to, yeah, I'm going to have my sale. I'm going to sell the stuff in the garage. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm just thinking, he's selling the stuff that's still in the garage. I mean, that's what he said. I'm selling the stuff in the garage. Okay. Well, then on Thursday, he was having a sale Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it must have been Wednesday night, he told me. He emptied out the hall closet and took out coats to sell. My mom had almost an entire closet full of coats. Well, he was taking those out to put in his sale. And I was like, okay. You know, I'm still just thinking, okay, cool. You know, he's on his own. He can handle that. Sell the stuff that's in the garage. Take the coats out. Have a good time. Right? And I was busy. All weekend anyhow. So that was, you know, I checked in with him on Thursday. He sold a few things. My dad has like beer mirrors and advertisement type stuff from the years that they owned their store, right? So he sold a nice mirror, and he sold coats that had any branding on them, you know, tops, beers, and cigarettes, whatever. The stuff with the branding on them, people love. So he sold, you know, he was selling that kind of stuff. Well, I check in with him Friday, see how his sale went on Friday, and my sister was there. And she starts telling me that she has gone and cleaned out my mom's closet and taken the clothes from the closet out to the sale. Now, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. I didn't know that was happening. We could have been maybe a little helpful because Dale had said multiple times that he had a big long cable he could take over there, and we could string up this big long cable along my dad's tree line he has, and it would be a great way to put anything that's on hangers. Well, we didn't know they were even going to do that until Friday night when my sister tells me, oh yeah, we emptied out mom's closet and took that stuff out to sell. And I was like, Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, I would have, helped get things a little different, but okay, you did it, and whatever. So today we went over there um, to help him with a switch. His light switch wasn't working for his kitchen light. Asked Dale if he could replace the switch. So we went over there to replace the switch. And I was talking to my dad about the sale. And, I was just kind of wanting to know what kinds of things we're selling. I was just curious because we have talked to my dad about it, and he's like, yep, I'm going to sell this stuff. I'm going to do it one time. And then it's going after that. If it doesn't sell, then we can donate it. Then it can go. Okay. So that was the plan. Well, the sale was over. So we're thinking it's time to donate, right? No. Mm-mm. He's going to have another sale again. And Dale was like, wait, you told us, you agreed that it was one and done. And you were going to get rid of it after that. I didn't agree to that. Like, Dad, that's what you said. Okay, but whatever. When you having another sale then? Oh, in a couple weeks. So all this stuff is in the driveway. It's in the driveway. Most of the clothes are in the driveway, strung between like two ladders. And I'm like, what are you going to do if it rains? You're going to leave that there for another 2 weeks. What are you going to do if it rains? Well, what's the worst that's going to happen? It'll get wet. I'm like, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of wet clothes. I don't know. He's doing what he's doing. But then I took off to go do something else. And he was talking to Dale, and he was telling Dale, he said, yeah, I'm ready to just like donate the clothes. The clothes aren't selling. He said, I can sell the jackets. Yeah, you can sell the jackets that say that, Mountain Dew and Pepsi and Budweiser and whatever, of course, But as far as her clothing, it's just probably not going to sell all that well. Let's box it up. Let's donate it. Okay. But we'll give him one more shot. One more time. I mean, that's kind of what happened last year with all the Christmas stuff. He was like, well, I'm going to do it one more time. I have one more sale. And it's still there. Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff, Thanksgiving stuff. It's still there. Still in the garage. So we'll see. I'm just kind of like, you do what you're going to do. You just let me know when you want my help to like box stuff up and haul it away. I'll help you do that, So we'll see how it goes. But I'm trying to just stay out of it as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Causes me less stress, and I don't care. Do what you're going to do. Do what you're going to do. Oh, boy. So what I was looking for at my mom and dad's house today is I was looking for the yarn. I know she's got yarn, and I was looking specifically for one project, and I've talked about it before. My mom started a Tunisian crochet project. It was called the Afghan stitch at the time, right? Which is interesting. I don't think I found her Afghan hook, which is interesting. I know she has one, but anyhow, Afghan stitch, Tunisian, and she was making these squares. I remember very vividly her making all of these squares. They're just simple stitch, Tunisian simple stitch. And what she was doing then was embroidering on top of them, flowers or whatever. And I couldn't tell you exactly what state condition it was all left in, but how far she got or any of that. But I was really kind of looking for that and any yarn because I was like, I can use yarn. And Shannon has been crocheting stuff lately, and I know she can use some yarn, and she would love to have some of her grandma's yarn to make some stuff with. So that's what I was mainly looking for. And I told him, I said, I'm going to look for this, and I'm going to look for yarn because, I'm crocheting a lot, and I would love to have the yarn. Nobody else is going to want the yarn. My sister doesn't crochet. Nobody else in our family would care about the yarn. I said, and I can use it, and I would like to use it because, it was my mom's yarn. And there's going to be some older things there. Oh, were there some older things there? There's stuff there. I'm like, what is this? There's Oh, there's a content ingredient that I have no idea what it is. Never heard of it before in my life. I'm going to have to look it up to see what it is. Anyhow, I gathered up all the yarn I could find. She had a basket, which would be like more recent projects that she was working on. I found boxes upstairs. I found one other place. I found yarn. And I just started gathering it up. And I got into one cupboard and I found some Rubbermaid totes. And I opened up the one tote and it brought tears to my eyes because there were all the Tunisian squares that I was looking for. I knew that they were still there somewhere. I knew they had to be there somewhere. And I found them. I'm looking for these 3 little brown dots. I need one. So I found them. And it really did. It like brought tears to my eyes for a second. You know, I got a little choked up. And I was like, oh, well, they're there, Mom. I'm going to take them. I don't know. You know, I started looking through them. And I don't know exactly what her plan was. But the squares are done. Like all of the basic squares are done. And they need the embroidery on them. Now, I'm not a huge embroiderer, but I'll figure it out. I will figure it out, right? So I will have a video coming at some point showing you all of this yarn. And there's quite a bit of it. At first, my dad, he was like, if you knew my dad, you have to understand what a joker he is. It's hard to explain, but he said, well, I figure that's at least about $100 worth of yarn, so I'll mark it down for you for $50. And I looked right at him and I said, no, I'm just taking the yarn, Dad. I'm just taking the yarn. I said, Mom would appreciate that I took the yarn and I can use it and I can do something with it. So I'm just going to take the yarn. And I wasn't like giving him any choice. I'm like, no, I'm just taking it. And so he looked at it at some point when I got it all gathered up, all the different boxes and whatnot. And he was like, well, you can't use all that. He said, why don't you just take what you'll use and I can just put the rest of it out in the sale. And I said, no, I'm taking all of it. I said, because I'm looking for the 8. That's over here. Because Shannon would like some too. So her and I will go through it and figure out, you know, who gets what and whatnot. And he said, oh, so she's knitting too? And I'm like, no, she's crocheting, but yes, she's been crocheting. She's crocheted for years, Shannon has. And she's recently kind of picked it up again and has been working on a few projects. And she's actually talked to me about yarn. And I told her that maybe she could come over here at some point and she could get some of my yarn that I'm not using and stuff like that. But we're going to go through this first and we'll see what she wants, what I want, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting video. There's a yarn there. I don't even know. It feels like what I would assume a Muppet feels like. It's like fuzzy. I have to move this now. You get to watch me move my canvas because I finished my section. Did you see that? I finished. So we're going to move this down a little bit. I'll let this hang off the edge. A little bit more, a little bit more. Come on. There, about right there. Yeah, it feels like it would have been fabric that they made Muppets out of. It's furry, hairy. I don't know what it is. It's very strange. That's all I got. It's very strange. So, yeah, we'll get into that. We'll check that out at some point. We will check that out. Okay, what is the deal here? Why is this all goofy? Oh, my light pad's way up there for one. Like, why isn't this hanging down better? Because it can't. My light pad's way far over there. Okay. Like how I did that? Pretty slick, huh? That's how I move mine around. I'm just going across this row. It hangs better this way because it fits on my table. It fits on my table widthwise like this. So I'm just working across the rows like this and just pulling it down a little at a time. If I do it the other way, then it hangs off at some weird angle I don't like. So I'm doing it like this. I can't get underneath this release paper. Hello, please let go. There we go. Let go. Take off the tulips. Take off the tulips. What do I get? It's always a surprise when you take off the paper. You're like, oh, what do I get? So I'm making the bottom of the gazebo here is what I've realized. This brown is the bottom of the gazebo. Yes, it is. Over here, it looks like, I don't have the picture. Hang on, I do have the picture. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is, you can't see it, but there's a little walkway here, like a path, a bridge, you know. Where'd you come from? You came right out of there. Okay. One moment, please. Pull the drill off. It goes over here. You go right here. Okay, there. Stay. Yeah, so there's a little bridge. There's one right here that's popped up. You do that, you feel the canvas and you feel some that are popped up. And you're like, I haven't taken this off and rolled it since I started it. I'll probably do that after I finish this row. But there's a little bridge and then the gazebo's here. So I have the bridge up to the gazebo. Oh, can you see him? Can you see him? I just saw him. Right here. Right here is a swan. It's my first swan in my swan pond. Yeah, my first swan. And then this is water in the bottom of the gazebo here. And pretty pink flowers in front. Oh, so I'm getting into water now. I think I'm getting out of all the green grass down here. I think we're pretty much done with the green grass. I got some hostas over there. I think I did one hosta already. I got some more hostas and flowers. Now I've got water. I think, you know, they're still green. Don't get me wrong, but not as much green. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Let's make us the base of our gazebo. Oh my goodness. Right? Yeah. See the base of the gazebo. I'm right in here. And there's that first swan right there. This is where I'm working right now. It's right in here. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay. Yay, 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 yay. What do I want to work with? What do I want to start with? Let's do this little up arrow right here. This little tan. Ooh, that's all there is of that? Ooh, it doesn't look like very much. I hope it goes further than it looks like it's going to. So this is where it's kind of fun. I get a lot of line blocking here, and that goes much quicker. You know what I'm saying? It goes really fast. So yeah, speaking of yarn and all that, I've been crocheting. I've added a bunch of like fall things, you know, like pumpkins. I want to make, there's some cute little ghosts. I want to make these cute little ghosts. I'm going to do a little market prep kind of vlog showing you everything I have, talking about getting it ready, pricing, sorting, tagging, everything, getting ready to go to the show. I thought, why not? People do that all the time. I watch people's market prep vlogs like quite often. Very interesting. They're very interesting. I mean, if you're into crochet and if you're interested in selling your crochet, it's very interesting because you really get some good insight, you know, into what other people do as far as setting up things, the kinds of things they make, how much they sell things for, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's fascinating to me. I'm enjoying it. But I thought, why not be one of those people that makes my own little market vlog and I can tell you, you know, here's everything that I had, here's everything that I made, and take an inventory and see how it goes. Like really, really what sold, write it all down, keep track of it, what sold, what didn't, how much did I make, yada, yada, yada. So I thought that would be fun and it would be helpful. It would be helpful for me to do so. Okay. So, all right. Well, I think that's about all I have to talk about, folks. I know it's been a lot. Like I said, it has just been crazy. Go here, go everywhere, run around, do this, do that, do the next thing. Have these kids, have these kids, have this kid, do this. So that is life these days. That is life. Since we're right here and you is right next to it, let's grab the U because that's going in my gazebo as well. I get to make a swan. I get to make a swan. I think I've already made part of the swan right here. I made a little bit of it already. Didn't even know that I did. So, all right, time to edit and upload. I know this isn't very long, but it's okay, right? It's okay. They don't all need to be, you know, on and on and on. When I'm done talking, I'm done talking. Wish me luck tonight with the boy kitties. The vet will be here in a little bit. I don't know how this is going to go. I have never, I don't think I've ever had boy kitties and had boy kitties neutered. I don't think. So I don't know how this is going to go. I've certainly never had the farm vet do it. So I'm a little nervous about that. I mean, she is a vet. She does this for a living. And I know that they go all the time to people's farms and barns and do this type of thing. It's just, I'm a mom. I'm going to sit down for a minute. I'm the kitty mom. I'm the protective mom. I'm the worrier. I'm the, So it's a little nerve-wracking. I'll just say it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't know. I don't know if she has any way to spay Misty. That I don't know. So we're kind of waiting for her to come today and deal with the boys and see what she says about Misty. If she doesn't have any capability of handling Misty's spay, then I will call my vet and we'll get her in to the vet, and they can do that. So girls are a little more difficult than boys, as we know, because some parts are more easily accessible than others, and girls are, yeah. So we'll see how it goes, but wish us luck. I mean, by the time you see this, it'll already be done. It'll be a done deed, but still, just know I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know why. I just am. But I tell you what, those kitties on Sunday, when the kids were here, the kitties went out in the woods and were like, nope, we're not coming up. They did not come up all day. I mean, you could go out there. I could go out there and I could get them to come to me. But they were not coming up with the kids. The kids were running around, yelling, screaming, banging on things, riding bikes everywhere, and the kitties were just like, nope. The boys were just staying out here in the woods. The two boy children decided at one point that they were going to go out in the woods and hunt for the cats. Well, they did not stay on the designated paths that are back there. No. They were almost crawling on hands and knees underneath the bushes because, that's where they saw the kitties. And they had sticks. And I don't know what they thought they were doing. They were out there like banging sticks on the trees and whatnot. So, and all they did was scare the kitties even further away. The kitties are like, we're not coming anywhere near all that ruckus, right? So the cats were like, no, thank you. We're not coming anywhere near all of that mess. So they stayed out there. And I'll tell you what, when everybody left and it was quiet, I just went out there and I did take a little food dish just in case. But I was like, Sonny, Smokey, come on, boys. You do the little kiss thing. I'm like, come on, boys. And they come running right up to me. I had them at one point. I had both kitties. I had them in my hand, in my arms. They were all the way back by the greenhouse. And I had them. I was ready to bring them in until one of the kids come riding up out there on a bicycle. And that was all it took. They were squirming and clawing me, and I'm like, okay, fine, go. I'll get you later. At least I've had you. I've held you. I know where you've been hanging out. I'll see you in a little bit. And they did not come back up until everybody was gone. So it's too much for them. Too much. Now, they know the kids. They know the kids very well, all summer long. But it was just too much commotion. Too much commotion for them. And they did not like it. So, all right. I'll touch base probably in my live on Saturday. Tell you how everything went with cats and the neutering. Oh, man. I think they're going to be here right during book live time. That might be okay. That might be just fine. That I just come inside and I do my book live and I just let Dale, the vet, the farmer, they can all handle it. And I'll just yeah, it might be better for me. I don't know. Anyhow, that's what we got going on. Hopefully it goes well. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Okay, now I'm done. All right, I got to go catch me some kittens and get them inside. That's what we have to do because they are outside. The boys are outside. Got to go corral them and get them in so that they're inside. All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.